So it's been about 10 years or so since I figured out about this guitar I wanted that is apparently pretty rare to find in good condition and it be in the US. I found one on Reverb and I snatched it up pretty damn quick. And there's not many videos on it, but when I do find a video, I mean, there's a little fan base around it. It's kind of a toy. It's an instrument that makes you, helps you learn how to play guitar. And what I'm talking about here is the Yamaha EZ-EG. It is a Midi controller in the shape of a guitar, so you can play guitar stuff with whatever sound you want, like a piano or a drum kit, synths, or you can even play fake VST guitar on your fake Midi guitar. But I wanted to showcase it today, just all the stock stuff and all the sounds that you can use with it with a direct plug-in, because all the videos I've found have just been playing it through the speaker. The sounds sound like a cheap old Casio. You know, this was made in 2003, I think, and it's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is turn it on first, and you'll see things, they'll light up. And I'm going to plug in the auxiliary cable because it only has a headphone out. And what we got is, if you want to play for some reason the stock sounds, if you find a good distortion or reverb or whatever, you plug it into the headphone jack there. There's a power supply. It's just 9-volt AC. I got one from my local music store, Soaring Eagle Productions. They always help me out with everything in Bedford, Pennsylvania. And then we have a MIDI in and a MIDI out. And I'll go through that later on, but today we're just going to do the stock sounds directly into my DAW, which is Mixcraft Pro Studio 9, with no effects on them right away. So we got an auxiliary cable. The other side has a 1/4-inch jack adapter, plugging it into my audio interface. And the interface I'm using today is the M Audio Air 192.6. And the other end goes into the headphones. But before we plug that in, I'm going to show you that you can play this for whatever reason. You want to play with your buddies at a campfire or wow the crowd. It has a built-in speaker. And the only thing that's bad about it is not very loud. It's battery powered too, but I also got it plugged in. But you can run six AA batteries, and they've lasted a few days for me just playing with it here and there. But you can use a pick. You can use your fingers. I'm trying a felt type pick, just to kind of get my muscle memory down to that I'm playing this. I love my picks, but when I'm holding this, I want to play this thing like a guitar, and you'll hear everyone say it. You can't just play this thing like a guitar. You just can't strum away and palm mute, because you're going to get a lot of ghost notes. You're going to get a lot of just noises you don't want that is pleasing on a real guitar, but not on this thing. So you really got to watch yourself, and you can't just be rocking out with this without it making extra noises. It's strange. The biggest thing I don't like is the speakers right here. So when you're strumming your hand, it makes like a wavering tremolo type sound because your hand's going over the speaker, which would be like a rotary, I guess. Let's see if we'll pick it up. That's the only thing about playing on its own through its own speaker. I'm gonna go through all the stock sounds direct in, but this is just to show. Yes, it has a speaker, and the frets light up as you play. You can tap on it. It's pretty cool. It's a nice toy, but you can use it seriously too. So First things first, we got acoustic sounds. And that is what the acoustic sounds like. And it sounds good on the lower notes, but the higher notes, pretty much on all the stock synth sounds, they sound real cheesy and fake. So here, I want to play like a little bit of the acoustic real quick. Doesn't sound bad for how old it is, but it still sounds like poo. But like the higher notes, they sound really cheesy. I mean, you can tell it doesn't sound like authentic, but that's not what I bought it for. And that's not what anyone that really wants it for. I mean, you want to use it to learn, that's cool, because you can press
1, 2,
demo.
1,
This is a
2,
demo.
3, 4.
It's going to show you, it has 20 songs in it, and it's going to show you the chords to play. Yeah. Okay, so you get it. I'm not going to go through all that. There's 18 different songs. I don't know what the songs are. You can Google that. There's a capo. You can go up almost to the 12th fret, but you can't play anything down here now. It's all right here. But that's cool. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But then we have the tuning button, which is important because this is in standard E tuning, and you can go down 12 octaves, which is pretty cool because then if I go to 11, I can play in drop F technically. Or double drop E. Now it sounds like a bass, but that's just the acoustic sound. But my favorite is we go up 12 octaves, and then you have a choice of drop D, then the open D, and the open G, and an open F. It says D, C, D, and that is basically drop D. And we're going to play some stuff in drop D through all the sounds so you can hear them. Ghost notes will be in there. You're going to hear it. I'm going to screw up. I'm not going to play anything in particular, but I'm just going to goof off with all the sounds. Enjoy. This one's kind of funny. I'm going to attempt to play the Doom song just for like a second. Can't promise much, but you'll get the point. It's hilarious sounding. It sounds like an old Midi program, like music making program, and it's actually kind of great to have for comedic purposes, and you could probably do something pretty cool with it. Changed to tuning to standard for a second, but now I'm back in drop D. Sorry, my camera died. And then I recorded like another 20 minutes and realized I didn't have my DAW recording. So here we are again. So I'm on like a metal tone. I call it the Doom tone. It's very percussive. Well, let's continue. This bass tone actually sounds really cool through a bass amp. And so does this one. This is like a pick bass. Every time I hear this sound, my girlfriend actually mentioned it to me. She's like, that sounds like Seinfeld. And she's not wrong because it's made by Yamaha, and the keyboard that the Seinfeld song creator used was using a Yamaha keyboard for the bass. It's not really bass that you hear on the Seinfeld song, it's keyboard with a bass sound. And that's the exact sound this is, and I would love to use this sound. I might, but it sounds good through a bass amp with some distortion, but every time I hear it just plain, I just think of Seinfeld, and I don't know how to play the song, but I'll play something, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. This reminds me of Jackass, the Party Boy song. It goes something like... Yeah, like when he rips his pants off and the speed is on and starts dancing. That's what this reminds me of. Forgot to mention it does pull offs pretty well, but it does when you do fast movements. Like if you try to do a guitar solo on here, it's going to sound sloppy as a mess. Sloppy as a mess. Sloppy and messy. But slower playing and stuff, it does very good. And last but not least, we're on piano, which it sounds okay, but man, on every guitar synth on my Fishman triple play, on my I used to have a Roland G synth, and every time I use piano sounds, you gotta be careful because it just sounds unnatural and bendy on any guitar synth. Playing piano on a guitar is crazy hard to make it sound like it's a natural piano. Yeah. I know I'm not really playing of much of anything. There was a little bit of probably Papa Roach. I think that's what that was, or it could be any dad rock or metalcore song. Any freaking song has the 0 to 8 repetitious note type style. You know what I'm talking about, you guitar players. So there you go. That's all the stock sounds. Next one I'm going to do is MIDI stuff, where you control the sounds that you want from your computer or whatever VST plugin you want with this thing. And it's pretty cool. And I mainly got this for Dead Z stuff because I'm a big fan of the Dead Z guitar tone and the majority of their songs. Dead Z fans, don't kill me for saying that. I mean, I don't like all their songs, but the songs I do like, I really freaking love. So, and this thing does the Dead Z stuff really well, which I will be getting into later. Next, we're going to probably mess with the stock sounds with guitar amps and how you can achieve the Dead Z tone and maybe some other stuff like bass tone and whatnot, just for the stock sounds in this. And then we'll move on to the midis and the Dead Z tone on part 3 of this. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.